All right, ladies and gents, I apologize for speeding up here, but we are behind in this series, and I'd like to make sure that we catch up. In the red, we've got Repard, a player I think could take some games off of DauT today. This is a best of 5 on Masters of MoA7. It's a 9-villager start. We're behind, so we're speeding up. We've got Spanish for Repard, and we've got DauT playing as the Mongols. And DauT, the favorite, winner here will face Jordan, and then loser will face up against dude, who is it? I forget already somehow. I forget. I literally watched the games earlier, but anyways, I think Spanish are pretty solid here all throughout the game. I think that Mongols have a greater peak, and you can tell that Repard wants to be aggressive. Oh my god, it's still really fast. We're going to see a castle in the front. DauT scouted that the castle's on the front. DauT's just going for map control with camels and scouts, and now he's going to be scared of the conquistador. The conquistador's really strong. DauT lost a monk, but right after killing a monk from Repard. Now DauT loses another monk, and now the conquistadors are coming over. There's a petard for Repard. He wants to come through. Not Repard, a petard. Petard Repard. And then DauT's in trouble. DauT is in really big trouble, and I did not realize that they were this far into the game, so I apologize. Petards are through. Repard is through. He's dropping a castle. DauT loses another monk. Repard petards the barracks. And we are going to see Imp for Repard, who is now in the back of DauT's base. DauT used to have more villagers. He doesn't really have more villagers anymore. Imperial Age is going to lead to trebuchets, and DauT doesn't have an army to stop this. This is extremely painful for the Lord. He now tries to go for villagers, but Repard is microing, but then he's microing with more conquistadors here. He's now made an outpost, so he can't get hit anymore. We now have Trebs coming forward. DauT is probably terrified, but it might be the first game of the series, but I'm not really sure if it is because we're late to the series, and this might actually be 1-0 for one of the players already. And GG. All right. Well played. Can someone tell me if that was game 1 or game 2, please? I don't know. To me, it felt like DauT was hoping that Repard would play more standard in this game. Repard is the underdog, so it would have made sense to me that Repard would go aggressive with conquistadors. He took some really good fights. The whole scout approach is typically kind of awkward when your opponent's going for gunpowder units, because it doesn't really add value there, and then your investment into that is not going to be too bad. GG. Repard has a win. Hope it was good. There were petards, there were Repards. More resources collected. Cool. GG. What if that was my one upload for the day on YouTube? Would people like that? I don't know. I might feel a little ripped off. All right. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to come in at normal speed. Sorry to disappoint. This is game number 2 between DauT and Repard. Repard won the first game, which we saw in about 90 seconds. It was a very good game. It was very aggressive from him, and it was very extreme. And that's something he's really good at as a player. If you don't know a lot about Repard, he's been around for a long time. But he's been getting better and better, particularly good at div selection and strategy, which is something DauT's really good at as well. Now, DauT has the Slavs here, and this is a civilization that's known for its late game strength, but he's up against the Cumans. And anytime you're up against the Cumans, it doesn't really matter what civ you have, you are going to have to make some tough decisions on timing your aggression. Humans can make a second town center in feudal, and if they're able to get that second town center moving, you're going to have some catching up to do. So I don't think it's possible to catch up to Cumans and win a game if you're not being aggressive against them. I'm thinking right now that DauT in early Castle Age is going to be trying to think of Night Siege. And if you think of a civ, the Slavs, they have good farms. Helps with the food. They have cheap siege. So Night Siege should be fairly feasible with this. Also, interesting little pointed woodline situation for Repard here. Now, it is a 9-villager start, and so I think the fast feudals might actually be slightly more difficult to pull off. I don't know. In theory, it should be. I don't really know. I haven't really tested it. 19 pop is standard in. Let's just see. Will he have the food? Just noticed the timing on the board was late. Yeah, there's something about it, and I don't know what it is, but he's got to add one more vill here. Not the end of the world for him. And map-wise, it's not the best I've ever seen. is like, ideally you have a back stone. That way you could go for kip checks at some point. Because oftentimes you get pressured and then you just defend from that and go for a castle. I don't think it makes sense to make your second town center here. You would probably need to go for a town center here. Okay. People are now saying that my mic is being weird again. Is it better now? It could just be if I'm too far away from it that it cuts out. If it's temporary, let me know. If it's still happening, also let me know. Keep in mind, I had no way to fix it. Except for, stop casting and just leave. So, it's probably just because it's a little wet from when I spilled water on it earlier. So sorry. Guess we'll have to deal. DauT hasn't clicked up yet. It's normal that he wouldn't have clicked up yet for a fast castle. And let's see where repard wants to make his town center. You don't want to target TC. You don't want to build a TC here and then DauT can just siege push. You want it on the back of your base. Normally you're seeing 7 or 8 villagers build this town center. He's actually opted for 6. And then he's pulled 2 more villagers over. There it is. Okay. The wood upgrade. We'll eventually see the farm upgrade. And Vill count's going to fly for repard. It's going to be a task of DauT's to try and get over there and punish this. DauT did a really smart thing. And he's not even scouting in feudal in the middle of the map. Would be a big throw to do that. Humans are going to be in feudal faster. The scout then gets faster and more attacks. So do not want to lose that scout. A little surprised he's not going for a barracks here. This would indicate to me that DauT wants to go for maybe just spearmen and monks and siege instead of any knights. Also surprised DauT didn't make any farms. Normally you're seeing like 3 to 4 farms on a fast castle. DauT choosing not to do that tells me he's going to have to use the market a little bit. It's a little weird, but doable. Gotcha, okay. That might be how my fiance initially described me when she met me. It's a little weird, but it's doable. And honestly, I wouldn't even be offended. I'm like, yeah, that's accurate. Absolutely accurate. Another factor as well with the mic, though, is that I stood up. I'm trying to shift around a little bit, I'm moving freely. I've got a fan closer to the mic. There could be other things. I think my plan is just to keep... it's doable for now. It'll certainly dry out a little bit more overnight. Hopefully everything's fine tomorrow. But for those that missed it, I literally just went back online with my mic not working and was just playing games. I was planning on just playing Age of Empires 2 the whole day with no mic. And then my plan was after every game, plug my mic back in and say test. And it actually ended up working. Oh, don't go in! Well, this might not actually be horrible. Repard is now in DauT's base. DauT does not have loom. DauT has to track this. If at any point Repard tries to attack the villagers to kill a Vill, then the Vill is to fight back, and then DauT will have his own scout. You don't want to lose your scout if you're DauT. But he can leave now. This is what's interesting. You can actually leave and freely build stuff in the middle. Oh, but we have... Repard's making a stable now. He wants to make scouts. It's going to be hard to afford scouts, though. But if he could catch DauT out with spearmen or scouts right now, this could just end the game. Look at the Vill count already. If DauT can't go for a significant push here, he's in big trouble. I love Repard's micro thus far. Faster scout with the humans. Oh, that's so good. DauT has to be careful where he builds this. Don't want to show your opponent. DauT's never expecting his opponent to have army here. If you build it up against the walls and Repard sees it, you're going to lose these Vills. Okay. Repard's looking. Crucial moments. He knows this has to be aggression because of what he sees as well. Looking around for it. Okay, he sees the house. He sees the villager there now. No loom for DauT. DauT, you need to get loom here. I think DauT's in big trouble. Like, he could try and save the vills, but can he quick wall everything? He's never going to quick wall this villager. No offense, DauT, but it's DauT. Oh, man. That's already so huge. DauT! DauT! Monastery's delayed. And, like, what is one Scorpion and what is one Monk going to accomplish here? I think at this point, if you're repard, you don't need more army investment. You just need to click up to castle. You've stalled out this push enough. Eventually, this could get out of hand. But you just wanted to protect your villager lead, and that has been accomplished already. I have to say, though, I really don't like how... I'm not sure, right? Because I haven't played it. Look at repard. He even killed the weak spearman. I'm just not sure I'm the biggest fan of how DauT build up here. I would have preferred to have the stance. I think knights can actually kill villagers. I guess here your plan is for scorpions to kill villagers, but... DauT holding the gate open, though. That's interesting. Ooh, redemption from DauT, and you can tell repard's a little distracted, but he sees the monk. Boink! DauT has so many spears out. And he was not able to keep that monk alive, but here he comes. Here he comes. Repard panicking. Repard hasn't clicked up yet. This is gonna be crazy. Now, this can work, guys. This can work because DauT has 7 spears, the 2 scorpions. He's got the ram. He needs to eventually take out the town centers. That tower is just going to help hold this position for repard. Can we look at res collected real quick? Almost 1,000 more resources already for repard. I would like to see him get the forging upgrade if possible. Oh, he's deleted some of his own walls. Something DauT will see. And DauT was not expecting that. Also, DauT not expecting this. Oh, repard's micro is so good here, guys. He's not scared of DauT here at all. He's got so much confidence. Look at this. He kills 2 monks. He kills the Mayan Hells, and he doesn't lose a scout. What? That is sick micro from him, honestly. He still has more eco. He still has 2 town centers producing bills. Gonna head over here to this stone. Looks for another monk. Again, I feel like I have to say that DauT hasn't necessarily had the best of timings when he ejects the monks. But I also don't want to take credit away from repard here and how he's played this. He's just going to drop a tower here because he very much wants to protect that stone. Distracting the scorpions. Oh, man. Tons of spearmen eject. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Spearmen, scouts, everything's happening. Tower will go up then. No repairs on the scorpions. No repairs on the mango, and we might have a 2-0 series. DauT kills his own scorpion. He's going to lose the next scorpion. That monk goes down. This monk's going to go down as well, and repard completely obliterates DauT. I know he didn't fast cast this one, but it's going to feel just as quick as the other game. Dang, dude. Repard's up to castle age. He's got 64 vills. DauT's at 38. And DauT, the favorite here, going to be down 2 games to 0. Exceptional micro from repard. Exceptional knowledge to understand how DauT needed to play it to be aggressive against him. The feudal age edition of army was really smart. And DauT's going to try from here. But I don't see an easy way for him to come back. The economy is just going to be so weak compared to his opponent. He has no real significant push onto that economy either, right? And he's not going to be able to stop repard from dropping a castle. No loom for repard this entire time. That's confidence for you. One attempt to go in for the towers and TCs. Repard's just adding his own spears right now. Okay, I think you need knights. And I think you need mangonels. And I still think you could have some problems, but knights could still fight off. Like, if he had 2 knights in the initial army, the knights have mobility. The knights could work so much better. And repard, realizing he needs to get in close, delete some walls. He'll circle back to kill those monks again. Dive from DauT underneath the tower. Good work. Repard backing away. I feel like Step Lancers would be really good for Repard. Like maybe Pikeman Step Lancer. He does have to leave the stone now. Hits the next stage. He's going to drop a Siege Workshop. Still looking around for monks constantly. Clicks the Pikeman upgrade. DauT's got more spears than him. DauT has monks to convert. Pikeman upgrade might actually be canceled. That'd be rather interesting. Like have upgrade for Repard. Still looking for monks. Pikeman upgrade canceled. It's been shifted over to this barracks though. Did notice it. DauT. Oh, he's getting some good kills. Another monk. Goes down. Man, Repard's unit control has been awesome. DauT also has Pike. Repard just needs to chill in these moments. Like you've done enough to win the game already as long as you don't throw away armies. Just relax. Easier said than done. Mayan could put a stop to this entire push and crunch it all. The Rams shouldn't be able to stick around. The Scorpions certainly aren't going to stick around. And then the Pikes on their own will not do it here. And you're going to see those Rams go down now. Whether it's to the Pikemen or whether it's to the tower, the Rams very weak. And then Repard loops in again. Kill more monks. Kill more Scorpions. And, oh, Mango. Repair. Actually get repaired. Okay, all right. Maybe. Still not seeing it. Still not thinking it's possible. Let's check the res collected here. 3k more resources collected for Repard. Gonna expand his base, add more buildings out here, and even drop a TC. No. DauT's dropping a second TC. You know what would be epic? I think Repard's forgot about it at this point. But if in the midst of a really important battle here, he sends this light cav somewhere to attack, DauT might not notice. But he's already microing so well here. Getting Man-at-Arms. Interesting move. I'm not sure I like that. You can tell DauT's shifting into getting the relics home right now. Gonna grab this relic and drop it in this monastery. DauT hoping maybe he's done enough to delay here. And if this army could distract Repard, maybe Repard could make some weak choices. Hey, what? How's he making militia and Man-at-Arms at the same time? Look at Capture Age. What? That's a Capture Age bug, right? You seeing this? Oh, they're now... Okay, now it's changed. Okay. This is big. DauT wasn't able to prevent this. DauT's still only on 2 TCs. It's now 3 for Repard. But Repard is not being able to really free up this stone or free up this gold. And DauT's still producing quite a few pikemen. DauT's eco upgrades could be better, but he's still getting better economy than he had before. Traction aspect is real for Repard, though. Look at that. Light cav doing so much work there. DauT's going to want that conversion so badly, but it's a light cav. He shouldn't get it. And Man-at-Arms. Now long swords. Light cav out in the mix as well. Mango down. Monk down as well. And now you've got long swords against pikes. There's no Scorpions anymore. The Mangonel, not going to be as big a factor. Long swords do beat pikemen. Now it makes sense. I just felt like he's got Scorpions, he's got monks. It's not going to make sense. Repard said, I'm going to eliminate those monks and those Scorpions from the equation, and longsword will absolutely make sense. Dude, Repard is good, man. He has played really good. Oh, there's the light cap. It's probably on stand ground, though. Will DauT just kill it? Does he even know? Nope. Okay. Looking out here. Well, you know what you do now if you're Repard, right? As another monk goes down. You drop the castle at DauT's base. Whenever that castle happens, you drop it here. You're taking map control. Taking out his buildings. That doesn't have a lot. You try and pressure him before he catches up in economy. But it's just not going to be easy. That's, again, like the third time in this game, Repard has the recognition to know that the unit's really low HP, and that he could just use his units to micro it down. Long swords will absolutely clear those pikes. No doubt about it. Capped ram even on the way. Talk about human bonuses. Let's go. Capped ram in Castle Age. DauT will drop a castle here. He's terrified. Repard sees that castle's going up. Might just decide to cancel capped ram and go in. I actually think that's the play. It's not bad when you have this big of a lead to try and ram push in elsewhere anyways. But I think a castle here in Imperial Age would make the most sense. He can do both, right? Now, against longswordsmen and pikemen and light cav, Boyar is pretty good. Boyar is a pricey unit, but still, lots of melee armor. So DauT might actually have a chance. He's got 4 relics. Oh, but one is in this monastery. Slowly losing all of his buildings. Repard's still interested in finding a way to push in here. And to get a little bit worried, right? Hops in the ram. Oh, man. Now he brings the light cav out. He's just too good for DauT right now. Okay, DauT will get a conversion or two, right? Yeah, he gets a conversion or two. Boyar hype. I guess more pikes are going to come over here. Now, this should all be cleared up. But it was such a smart move from him to play it in feudal. And I said it was GG then because I felt like if the game went on further, there would be no chance for DauT. And let's see if DauT can prove me wrong. His economy's looking better now. It's been one heck of a game, really. Both from Repard to get the lead initially, but also from DauT to now hold on. And if the castle doesn't go down here, if this gets denied, DauT absolutely has a chance. Because it's a timing thing now. DauT's going to be stuck in castle. These villagers just kind of sacrifice themselves. From the Vills... DauT doesn't have vision here, but he will see the ram, so he might bring the Boyars over this way. Also, Detonate's on the way for DauT. Otherwise known as the D's Nuts upgrade. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. Boyars still have no upgrades. Pikemen still do bonus damage. Castle will go up for Repard. DauT hoping to click up to Imp here in a moment. 90, if you make a siege shop in feudal with humans, does it count as a feudal age building towards castle? No. It's a castle age. So that would not count in that type of situation. That's a good question. But still viewed as a castle. Rams are going to break through. DauT obviously forced to make more army. DauT is on the way to the Imperial Age. So thinking maybe he has a chance. Could maybe stop the Rams, which are still filled with infantry, and every time DauT's around, Repard hops out like a beast. I've been loving his gameplay here. But it's not the Rams you even really have to worry about. It's actually just trebuchets that are going to come out of this castle. Maybe the Rams are something you have to worry about. Dang. They're certainly not being addressed right now. It's very typical for a DauT game for him not to finish a castle. I think he will finish this one. But maybe he calls the GG before then. And he's probably like, whoa. This guy means serious business. Repard is no freaking joke on Arena, man. He beat Daniel in the qualifier 3-1. I was watching the series. Didn't cast it. But I was impressed with how well he understood the timings on the map. He has had 2 really good civilizations thus far as well, but he drafted them, right? DauT has drafted civs too. That's kind of part of the whole game. And I think DauT's going to play this out a bit longer because he's hoping that there's a glimmer of hope, but probably needs a mental reset after this. Got completely wrecked this game, and it did not look great. DauT reverse sweep time? Maybe? Gonna get man-at-arms. You get supplies for free, or shall I say supplies for class. But then your opponent has castles, your opponent already has ranged upgrades, your skip checks. Again, you're like 3 or 4 steps behind. And the only reason you're not 5 steps behind is because you actually have some rep. This is just gonna be a continuous snowball. Repard knows he needs the tip checks, right? I'll have to look at the draft after this if we have time in between games. Didn't get a chance to do that. Casso down for DauT. Doesn't feel like he's doing much, but believe me, he is. He's just so far behind. Trying to scramble up houses, trying to scramble up barracks, trying to get in techs. Taking too much time. And GG's called. Repard is up 2-0 over DauT's. DauT fans everywhere worry for him right now because Repard looks so good. Like, man, he knew it was coming, which is the best part about it. But then his micro was so good. Very impressive. His micro in DauT's base was impressive when he got through. His micro with the light cav, the long swords, everything was so good. Thwarting pressure time too, right? Like, it's not like it's just a ranked game versus a weaker player where you have all the confidence in the world. Ike really enjoys the challenge and maybe likes being the underdog, right? He needs one more win of the next 3 games to win this series. It is group stage, so whoever loses here is still more than alive and well with opportunities to rebound, but that was really impressive. Ladies and gents, game 3, we've got a blast from the past and, you know, the present. We have Mayans who've been around a long time here for Repard up against the relatively new civ, the Gurjaras. I watch a lot of DauT games. DauT likes the Gurjaras. I think we'll be feeling a whole lot more comfortable with this civ than the previous one, but he needs to win 3 straight here. So I don't know what the rest of the draft looks like, but you got to take it one game at a time here. I obviously want more entertainment, so how it goes. The thing about the Gurjaras is they're typically relying on their unique units, and oftentimes a combination of their unique units. So you might want the Shravamsha, which is the stable unit, which is great against archers, in combination with the Chakram. You could, in theory, go Shravamsha Skirmisher in this one, but I think Shravamsha Skirmisher might not do too well against Eagle Warriors, so you probably still need something that's good against infantry, which would be this little disco thrower up here. I wonder if this is a game where you can just go full boom, and you don't contest relics if you're Mayans. Feels so bad, though. But just thinking about it, because I think the Gurjaras, they've got great food eco, great eco in general to be able to add stables. Just feels so natural for them to go light cab and boom late game. Just figure you have to win this game in early imp with eagles and plumes or albs and plumes or arbalest. Don't even contest the relics at all if you're opponent. Obviously, if you do that, your opponent can then pressure you. But we've seen before the full boom. You're able to hold against pressure if you have a good enough economy. Anyways, anyone who's watching live, I'll open it up to some questions. I want to chat about other things. I'm not really sure what else to talk about at this point. And it's a 9 villager start. Stone position for Repard. Certainly really bad if you want a full boom. Due to the fact that you get pressured right there on that stone and you won't be able to get a full castle. Or like a defensive castle, right? I'd be curious to see if DauT eats some of his sheep. He doesn't actually have all of them in here already. For a while, players were putting all their sheep inside the mill. Gamer Legion kind of started with some of the GL players. They started to pull away sheep periodically to eat them. I didn't actually catch it, though. Would have been weird for him to have eaten it now. Typically, you have all 8 in there, and then you pull some out a bit later. But again, it's a 9 villager start, so it's a bit different. Have slow build up. Yeah, Shulker, I saw you figured it out. It's all good. Casually forgetting Mayans start with 1 more villager. Kind of an important thing for our game, but I'll cut you some slack. You could go lots of eagles in Castle Age. If you think this is a bad matchup, you could do that. Look at that gold. Actually choosing to take the forward gold. Huh. Not sure I love that idea. Carlos, go for it. I'm never going to say no. Actually, that's not true. I will say no if it's obnoxious. You don't have to ask. Toss a few in there. P90, so on Arena, pros don't get loom first with Mayans. Correct. Because they don't want to have to collect 50 more gold. So they basically just accept that they're going to be pop capped. No, that's different here with Mayans, right? Because let's look. So it's actually, Mayans are better on this type of start. See? Because you start with the houses. So you're not pop capped. So yeah, any start that's not standard start, Mayans are actually better because they can produce villagers right away due to the lack of pop. Hello T90, saw your thumbnail, but I think your mic is still kind of laggy. Laggy? Whatever it is, I can't fix it. We're going to have to deal with it today, and hopefully it's better tomorrow. I'm going to look into it tonight. Again, because it had to do with me spilling water. I'm not going to break open my mixer. I think the best thing is just kind of see if it's better tomorrow. Disconnect a couple things, reconnect a couple things. I don't think they would get loom on a normal start. You don't see Mayans be meta too much these days, but I don't think it would happen. Because they still want to go up a little bit faster to cast late. Nice find here from DauT. Camel Scout's going to kill the eagle. Not bad. Stable for DauT as well, so he can add scouts. And DauT's going to have the resources for Castle Age. That's a good start. He needed that. So he still kind of feels like Repard might just do full economy here without trying to contest the relics at all. Do you think the Panthers can still win the cup? I mean, going into the Stanley Cup Finals, I said that Vegas are a more complete team. And the issue for Florida is that they've been consistently getting wins in the clutch when they're being outplayed. They have epic saves from Bobrovsky, and they're not getting as many pucks on net. And I just kind of felt like eventually that would come back to haunt them, and then they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. I think playing at home is going to be big. And I think that Bobrovsky just needs a little bit of help. I think they can absolutely still win, right? Lots of teams have come back from being down 2-0. But they need a win tonight. If they go down 3-0, it feels very unlikely. And I think they will win tonight. I think the home crowd, having been there, I was there for the Carolina series. The home crowd in that stadium is just amazing. It really lifts the team. And especially Bobrovsky, man. Like, I loved how he'd make a save and the entire arena would just erupt. So cool to see that. But DauT's got another scout on the field. As well as the Camel Scout. Might be a good idea to heal this up. And Repard's going double bears. So Eagles produce really slow in Feudal. They do start to produce a little bit faster in Castle. But not going for the eco approach, really going for the map control. Do you think Florida is outplayed during the series against Toronto? In some ways, yes. I mean, it's not how hockey works, right? You got to put the puck in the net. You got to take your chances. But also, Toronto was outplayed in the same ways against Tampa. So, you know, Toronto kind of got a taste of their own medicine as Florida series. It's just how it goes. It's really hard. Like, everything has to go right for you to win Stanley Cup. And like I said, 1 or 2 moments can change games. So I think eventually we might even see a third barracks from Repard. DauT's going to see those Eagles and no. He's added Travamshas, which are really quick. They're also going to be... I kind of like the addition because they have 8 attack and 4 HP than the Scout. So instead of going for Light Cav, mixing in Travamshas is kind of cool. I guess the downside would be the fact that it could be converted a bit easier. But they are faster than Scouts. On the back golds here for Repard. On the back wood line for DauT. Map control again, the priority here. Repard's up 2-0. Yeah, my plan is to have the game up on a second monitor tonight. Won't be able to pay attention to the game. And oh, DauT with the moves! That was really good. I'm sure it felt good. He does lose his Ravamsha, but he was going to lose the Camel anyways at some point. He traded that for 2 monks. Especially because he now has the time to be able to bring in 2 relics. That's going to pay for itself pretty quick. And he might even get the 3rd. I don't know. Like, back in the day, we used to see the double barracks work out. These days, it feels like the stable openings are just too strong against it. Wow, DauT even converts the eagle now. Pretty fast conversion there. I haven't seen it enough. I don't play Arena enough, but honestly, I feel like if you're going to go for eagles, you got to go 3 barracks. And then it's a question of, is it worth it to even boom? So I think 3 barracks, map control into siege, and pushing would make sense. A big fight. Let's see how this goes. Shrivamsha switches sides again. Eagles engaging. Keep in mind, we've got no upgrades. That's for both players. And, oh, you got to take the monk report. That's going to get 2 conversions here. Oh, he actually was converting the one that just died. Oh, no. This one could still convert. This monk, heal it down. Nice work. Could have been worse. Here, this eagle's looking for the monk. 38 villagers versus 39. Wow, interesting. But DauT's got 4 relics. And the Mayan player is spending tons of gold. What DauT needs is he needs that second TC, or third TC, sorry, to be on stone. And BAM! Not the biggest, not like the craziest prediction ever. Not going to pat myself on the back about that one. That's just makes sense with the flow of the game because he needs an eventual answer to eagles. And as we discussed earlier, your answer against infantry with this civilization is the unique unit which you make out of a castle. Need the chakra. Anything now, it would maybe make sense for a repard to siege push. You cleared out a lot of DauT's units. A villager forward into a siege workshop would be awesome. And if he knew that the TC was there, that would be even more of a reason to try it. He's getting loom, so yeah, there's the villager coming forward. KD's been pretty close. Economy's also been pretty close. I imagine it's been more food for DauT. More food for DauT, more gold for repard. That all makes sense with how this has gone. DauT see anything there. He didn't see the siege workshop at all, so he doesn't really know. He also doesn't have a market, so he might start to panic a little bit, drop a market, and then buy the stone. Oh, no, he has it. And he actually already bought stone, too. Could be kind of tricky if DauT tries to drop a 4th TC. But no, I think... No, he's still buying stone. Okay, he knows. He sent... Oh, he sees the siege workshop now. And a siege tower! Sophie! If she left, this viewer screams about siege towers when we're, like, not even in the game. Or we're in a game and it's a situation where a siege tower isn't relevant. Siege tower, siege tower. Siege tower all the time. Just before this, there was a comment about a siege tower, and I made a joke of, did you actually see a siege tower? She's here. There you go. Here's your siege tower. Sorry for the really bad imitation. Maybe that's accurate. I don't know. Okay. Oh, God. Here's DauT. No loom. No loom for DauT and no gold for loom. Get loom. Oh, panic for DauT. The eagles are over the wall. Siege tower hype. Castle's going to go up, but DauT, you've got to get loom here, bro. This is going to be a painful one. Eagles are getting some great value for now. Thankfully for DauT, he built the castle when he did, though, right? That could have been so much worse. He only lost 2 villagers. Majority of these eagles are going to go down. And, all right. Was it worth it? I think so. Because I don't know if eagles is your best long-term option anyways. And now DauT's got to chase you down. And it's just kind of awkward for DauT to get his eco as efficient as he would want it. That was a fun moment. And there might be more pressure. Because now we're ram here. DauT's chakrams are now chasing down these eagles. Now, if repard can just keep these eagles in here for an extra minute or 2, that's so valuable. Because DauT can't take the middle of the map. It's going to be tough, though. The chakram's got some range on them. And bam. Bam. disco, disco, disc golf, and disco, and disco. Nope. Okay, keep trying. Yep. Disco. Missed it. And get closer. Disco. Ah, disco. Okay, there we go. Well done, DauT. Took him a bit. Meanwhile, we got 2 Shravamshas coming in. It's kind of funny. I think Shravamsha should actually be pretty good here. Because they dodge shots. DauT donated these units. Oh, God. And now the Shravamshas are going to run in. And now it's just a repeat of what we just saw. Except this unit's so much more difficult to kill. And now 2 more Eagles run in. God, the distractions are so nice right now. DauT really has struggled ever since that siege tower came up. He's just not expecting repard to be such a pest with these things. And repard continues to take the opportunities. He's now killed a total of 5 villagers in this. And, like, repard's building up towards a castle and maybe plumed archers. He's still got units back here. Like, DauT has had to make a camel now in order to stop all this. That's going to be a dead vill. Siege tower, I think, has gone down. Ram's going to go down as well. DauT with a lot of army. Doesn't have imp yet. Still an eagle back here. And he's finally going to go down. Okay. All right, so Hardy, if you want to Benny Hill some of the action that happened within the last couple of minutes, we could maybe toss it up on shorts. It was the eagles and the chakrams. Or, not the chakrams. Well, no, there were chakrams. Oh, boy. Oh, no way. This castle getting denied would be brutal. It's a 78%. Siege tower's distracting like a beast. 85%. Okay, the castle's going to go up. That needs to be careful he doesn't get his army trapped. You don't want to be shot by this castle. Because you could lose a lot of units. Oh. Oh. Siege tower distraction. DauT. Oh, he's fortunate. He's super fortunate. Hold on a second. Okay, DauT has 13 units. It looked like he lost a unit to the enemy siege tower, which would have been ridiculous. So, okay, DauT hasn't clicked up to imp yet. He is making 2 petards. So he wants to bust through into his opponent's walls. I'm not sure that's what you want to do with this type of unit, though. I think you just kind of get caught out and potentially trapped in here against plumes. Plumes should be pretty good if they could spread out, I guess. Ballistics would need to come in, a bunch of different upgrades. But this is going to be some of Repard's own medicine, right? He's going to get a taste of his own medicine, as they say. DauT's looking here to raid. And will Repard notice this? I mean, there's a lot of exposed eco. It's not too bad. DauT not getting Kshatriyas, which makes all of his units cost less food. Helpful. That DauT comes in. Will he be able to leave here with all of his units? Also, forward castle from Repard. So Repard wants to go for Trebs. He's actually ignoring this currently in order to start to push with trebuchets on that castle. That's really smart. Because DauT, he idled farms, but he's not going to be able to kill a lot, right? The unit has kind of low range. DauT see that? He does see the castle, so the first thing he'll do is probably make Trebs. But DauT is behind in Vills. He's ahead in Relics. But the Treb situation is going to be extremely awkward for him. First thing you need is a Treb from this card. You can tell he's used the market a lot. Now, DauT has another castle over here. He also could go into Shravamsha. So he's going to add stables so he can go Shravamshas with a better unit against archers. And DauT's going to run underneath the TC or around. Repard's not paying attention. What a great move from DauT. Yeah, because he wants value from this. He wants to punish Repard for not coming home with his army. And, well, DauT's sitting in that nice position right there. Meanwhile, here he was micring, but we could see how the plumes could do there. But that was a great move from DauT. But now, oh man, I still think it's worth it, guys. I really do. He's still going to find eco kills. And now he's going to click Elite Travamsha first thing. Now, he doesn't even have many of them. But evacuation on the wood line here. There's been crazy idle time for repard. It farms, the miners, the choppas. Everything's been awkward. I would also re-wall this if I could. So if you're wondering why repard won't send the Travamshas home, or sorry, the Plumes home, it's because then the Travamshas are going to take his Trebs. And he knows what has to come next, so he's starting to mass barracks, but he doesn't have efficiency of economy to really make a proper tech switch. This is bad. He's bringing a mango home. Does have enough stone for another castle. Here's the Elite Travamsha. There's also some chakrams here. Chakrams are go for the siege. Not really working out. The Travamshas as well, not really working out. Another castle here from repard. This guy does not hesitate to attack. He's a zero hesitation player. This is insane. Meanwhile, his eco is still abysmal, but he is sending a mangonel home. He really feels like that if he were to fall back at any point, that it'd be advantaged out. But is the push really accomplishing anything? Gonna lose one castle and gain another. Castle fire will help. There's a couple pikemen coming forward. DauT's still being repaired right now, and the chakrams are getting flattened. What a game here. Population lead for repard. Can he hold on, though? He's got so much stone. Thing is, he's got no halb upgrade, right? So that really hurts here. He doesn't have many upgrades at all in the infantry. DauT is a unit that can go underneath castles. That's not going to hesitate to do that. He's going in now to take these Trebs. Still been repairing his own Trebs. It's comical. All the amount of things that's happening next to this castle right now. DauT's going to get all 3 Trebs. But this Treb could be attacked by the castle, so now the castle's being repaired. Crazy. DauT has 4 relics, but it's right beyond this whole situation here. And repard has re-walled this, so DauT can't really raid, but DauT could maybe find his way through here. Again, castle fire, not the biggest impact, but it is still something. And is DauT going to make it through the gate? Close the gate! Ah! Ah! This is insane! I think repard's going to win. If he could just get the halb upgrade, I think he's fine. Like, DauT cannot continue to make a lot of the chakrams, and they really need a solid mass, like 15 to 20 to be effective. You just need the halb bonus damage right now if you're repard. But he can't find it, and DauT's still able to afford so many of these Travamshas. He's still on the gold. He still has a Treb underneath the castle fire. It's all pretty insane. There's the halb upgrade now. And again, DauT's got lots of stone, and he killed all the Repairvilles. A great find for him, and he's confident enough now to just drop his own castle here. Wow. I think it's DauT's game to lose now, actually. Because now you're going to lose your castle. DauT has no reason to take a fight against the halbs, and repard, even though he has one more population, calls it. He can see how it's going to go. Wow, that's really crazy. A great job from... Oh, by the way, shout out to this trade cart that is currently inside of that market. That is a hotkey thing. Nice to know that someone else didn't remove the hotkey issue. But I don't need to talk about that. I just want to talk about how cool it was that DauT went for the petards. Initially, I was thinking this is not how you want to use this unit. But it was an offensive move that found value. And it made repard make some serious decisions. Ultimately, repard decided to ignore it so he can continue on his push, which I think was initially correct. But then DauT kind of punished him by gliding on through. So you needed to have something here. Maybe one mangonel and it's different. And honestly, I think it changes the game because repard had 30 or 40 idols because of that one group. If he didn't have those idols, I think he would have had halb earlier. He would have maybe had a few more upgrades, and then maybe what happens on the front of the base ends up being better for him. But luckily for us, we get more games from this series. DauT gets a win in Game 3. And man, the resources collected was close. Yeah, what an interesting game. We had a siege tower, we had petards, we had repard. What more could we ask for? All right, game number 4. And we have Saracens for DauT. We have Vietnamese for repard. After that win, DauT's probably feeling better about things. Saracens have some real potential, especially with the hands of the Lord. I could see him using that market and maybe getting some early advantages and finding some timings here. That's the big thing with the Saracens. The thing that could be a little awkward here for them is it doesn't feel like the best of matchups to utilize their camels. So you're probably just going to be looking at, well, if you're going to be stable units, maybe the Hussars, the archers. Vietnamese, I think, are sneaky underrated, especially in a tournament where there's a lot of bans, which this tournament is. Eco upgrades do not cost food, or is it wood? Food. Wood, sorry, I always confuse it. And that can go a long way. And they have really strong military. I think Rats and Archers strong. I think that even going Vietnamese heavy cav archer is. You could also go Arbalest. They've got Halb, and then their stables actually half decent as well. If you really have a big boom, you can even go for Tonks, the Elephantos, the 420 elephants, or HP elephants. 420 elephants would be a lot. You know, and that's before you even mention Imperial Skirmisher, which is quite nice. So they have good eco, good options. I'm happy with them. I think they have more options than the Saracens. But DauT loves to put 4 or 5 on gold and just buy and sell at his leisure with the market to help him get to whatever his plan is faster. It could be more scouts, it could be more upgrades, it could be more economy, but Saracen market's pretty solid, and I know DauT knows how to use it. All right, so I've enjoyed the unique matchups as well, Baz, but I'm going to step away, use the restroom. We're going to follow DauT Scout and DauT's Fog of War over the next 2 minutes as I go take a break. So enjoy DauT Scouting. Alrighty. So before I left, I saw DauT was going to gold really early. And pretty much along the lines of what I was saying, using the market, he should have a pretty good uptime. See how he does it. He goes market, he goes blacksmith. And I honestly, I think selling your stone is okay, even if you want to boom, because you can just buy it back later. But it almost looks like DauT might go crazy with monks or something. I don't know. If I had to guess, I think he might try double monastery just to get the relics, and then he might boom. Let's see. It's kind of hard to know, right? Even based on what we're seeing. Sells the stone, buys some food, whatever, boom. But again, you could just buy the stone back at a good price, and then you can still drop a town center. Over on this side, repard. Maybe he has to fear the aggressive plays. He's going to build up towards a stable and a blacksmith. More of a meta build-up with the Vietnamese. Saracens have more crazy. Yeah, D, I really like the Turks as well. Turks are fun too. Obviously on arena, but I really like them on open maps as well. Light cav, knights, camels, cav archers, they're kind of fun. Wow, barracks for DauT. So he's probably not going to be buying the stone back anytime soon. He wants spearmen to protect his monks. That's what I'm at least guessing based on that. And I just gotta think, is that really the best strategy for DauT? Monks? Especially because we already saw repard wreck him with light cav micro earlier. I don't know, man. Not sure that is something that excites me all that much for DauT. But again, like to be proven wrong. DauT hasn't gone for a farm upgrade. He's gone for 0 farms. This might be the classic triple monastery. Sending 3 vills. He's going to do it, isn't he? Trying to do the math. How much is that? Buy wood? Bought food for vills. Okay. Here he goes. Might be double monastery and then a siege workshop. 1. 2. Losing HP on his scout isn't good. Hard notices last second. Knows the uptime's insane. Not have a siege workshop yet for DauT. Repard does not know this is happening yet. Interesting, Repard also has villagers on gold. Like more than you would normally have. Tells me maybe he might buy some res. DauT buys wood. For siege. Okay, there's the monasteries. That's got to be for siege. It is for siege. But he can't build the siege workshop because the scouts are around. And now he's going to lose the scout. Both players trade his scout. Still no siege coming out. There's the siege on the way. Repard will see it. Spearman, siege, monk. This could snowball on you quick. And Repard just hit Castle Age, man. He just made it to Castle. Losing your scout's not that big a deal. Losing the monks would be, especially in the early moments. And I'm not liking the amount of scouts that Repard has. He's got 3. Now he's going to upgrade to light cav, and I'm sure he'll try and aim to make more. Now it gets to like 8 monks. Hurt the light cav. Spearmen are still there to protect. Now goes home with the vills, which I like. Could be an issue if he needs to repair, though. But keep an eye on if DauT might buy the stone. I think he might end up wanting to focus more on economy at some stage. There, the light cav. There's the micro from Repard. Confidence with those light cav. Goes in, kills 1, kills 2, kills 3 monks, but loses the light cav. And could lose this light cav as well. So he sacrificed all of his light cav. Spearmen are now inside the ram for DauT, and he's going to be in a moment. Repard does not have a town center. KD's 4-4. That monk now, and any of the monks that Repard makes, will be in harm's way because of the light cav that he lost. El Repard really wants to convert something. And he gets a spear. Okay. But surely the second that DauT is in here... Oh god, the pathing. The second DauT's in, he's going to go after that monk, right? Can't make it through, which is kind of funny. Are getting atonement to convert enemy monks. Are trying to convert the light cav. He'll actually get the light cav if DauT doesn't run back. DauT runs back. He gets the light cav anyways! Holy moly! And DauT had a problem in the games earlier in this series where he moved out with the monks too early. And that's going to be a monk down. And then if Repard keeps moving, he could also kill more monks. Villagers are fighting off here, though. That's not really that easy. The spearman finding some value. The monk shows himself. DauT, don't show your monks, dude. Stop showing them your monks. This is stressful. This is stressful. The game is still even. It's 9 kills versus 9 deaths. DauT does have 3 relics. And if you look at the gold collected, that's already paid for a monk and a half. So it's not too bad. You still have potential for a siege push. Your opponent doesn't have a good economy because they've invested everything in defending from this. And I think you could maybe breathe at some point soon and fix your own economy, basically adding more farms and whatnot. Atonement is going to catch DauT off guard here bad, though. He knows the spearmen are going to be converted, but he's not expecting his monks to be converted. I mean, pretty soon he's not going to have any monks left to be converted. And yeah, he loses 3 spearmen, he loses 2 monks, and now he's going to lose the scorpion and even another spearman. Ay, 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 ay. Repard doesn't have a second TC yet. He's going to go place one now. Very well played from him, man. Repard is just... He's solid, man. Really solid. DauT still making more monks, but his relics are in the middle, so he doesn't want to lose that. And Repard's still always looking for an opportunity to kill a monk. And bam! Spearman. DauT wants to convert. No way. Oh my god, his micro is so good. I want to be Repard when I grow up. I really want his monk micro, but okay, nice turnaround there from DauT. He actually has a lot of spearmen again. Still going to have 4 relics. Are you guys saying that there was a hotfix that just came out? That was just released? I saw chat talking about it. If so, give me a breakdown of what they said, because obviously I can't look at that right now because I'm looking at this. I also don't know if Vietnamese get redemption. I think they do, though. DauT clearly wants redemption because he just sold all of his wood. Okay, there was a hot fix. Cool. It's all the stuff we wanted fixed. Okay. They did say they fixed Go Back to Work hotkey 2 months ago, or a month ago, and it wasn't. But I'm going to assume that after announcing things were fixed, and they weren't fixed before, and community backlash, they obviously tested the key things, so that's good to hear. They have said on every patch since the game has come out, whoa, that conversion though, that the pathing has been fixed. And it doesn't always get addressed, so anyways, happy to hear there's a hot fix. I'll have to see how things flow. They fixed the caravanserai bug? Okay, well that's... I'm glad I made a video on it while I could. I knew that fix was going to come at some point. So DauT's still pushing. He's actually got a monk in there too. And the more this goes, the more I actually prefer DauT's position. He's got the relics in the middle. And if he can just continue to push here and get a castle down on the front, he could really put repard under some pressure in the end. It says addressed units sliding back while attacking. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the main things. That monk's going to go down. God, I would not want to be a monk in DauT's army. I just... Ram has not been repaired here. It's rather weak. Atonement now for DauT so he can convert enemy monks. I wonder if DauT picked up on the fact that repard had atonement. Repard for a moment was trying to convert DauT's monk. Repard is a lot on stone for a castle as well. DauT going for the third piece. That needs to be a delete for DauT, and he does. This is going to get really interesting in a second. And does DauT have the micro to operate in tight spaces next to all these buildings? It feels like a bad idea to run through. Really close game. And no redemption for Vietnamese? Okay. Thank you for checking on that. DauT's going to actually go in. And, oh, he's going to start to lose monks. Oh, monks are going to convert monks, and monks are going to monk, and monk, and monk, and monk. But there's more blue than there's red, and then you've got a light cav attacking a monk and a ram that's still somehow alive, but not. And there's more monks for DauT. There's not enough monks for repard. But now DauT's going to lose all of his monks, and you've got spearmen that are supposed to protect the monks, but they're not exactly next to the monks. And then you've got siege hitting siege, and this is arena. We love arena. Oh god, there's a light cav killing a mangonel. The mangonel got killed by what used to be a friendly mangonel, but it's no longer a mangonel. And now we have another light cav here, but where are the spearmen? The spearmen are chasing the mangonel, and now we have a castle from repard, and this is crazy. I think all the monks are finally going to die, and the castle's going to be good to defend the position for repard. Oh my goodness, dude. I mean, just so many things happening, but wait, there's more monks. Monks are going to monk, and that monk is going to survive. He's the only monk surviving on DauT's side. This is the only monk surviving on repard's side. And he now will complete his castle and start to make rats and archers. All right, so that was an interesting moment. Glad I could break down that situation. The KD doesn't even tell the whole story because it doesn't show the conversions. This is where, like, now that the dust settles, this is where you almost always see the real experienced arena players with a forward castle and a fast imp. Like, you sell all your wood, don't even farm. Sell all your wood, sell even excess stone at this point, and just buy food. Because getting to trebuchets is going to be so helpful. It will take your opponent a lot to be able to engage against this. Get up to imped out, take us to a 5th game. And there's his castle. You can see the wood being sold. He recognizes it. He's idling his TCs. Repard's making Saracens. Can be really good in the long run. But you need to get blacksmith upgrades. You need to, invest. And it's just going to take so much time. And look at all the stone Repard has. He can make multiple castles. But that's a 4th of his economy on stone right now. Just to keep himself defended from this entire situation. Hard to really have good eco balance when you're microing against so many monks and under so much pressure. So As repard kills another monk, DauT's going to complete the castle. Going to mine more stone to probably have 2 castles, and he is on the way to it. And I think there's one way repard could change this game, and it's actually a siege tower again. A siege tower into DauT's base is needed, or petards. If he knows DauT has a castle there, that should tell him enough. That should tell him DauT's an imp. We're on the way. A castle there for repard just feels like a production of Saracens. How do you feel about rats and archers compared to plumes? Well, rats and archers are superior to plumes, but they're also more. I would prefer rats and archers, but it's as collected, DauT's collected more. All that golden come, but also it's deceiving too because when you use this doesn't fully reflect the stats because let's say you have 100 wood, right? And you have collected the 100 wood. So it's going to count the 100 wood in your collected. Then you sell it. It counts the amount of gold that you'd receive from selling the wood as collected, but it doesn't subtract the wood you lost. Does that make sense? So I wish they could fix that somehow to truly reflect the resources, but not the situation. But considering DauT's been using the market more, it might not be exactly. And repard's going to use the market as well. And he's going to click up. DauT has all 5 relics in the middle monastery. He wants another castle so he can make multiple trebs. And I don't think there's a whole lot to stop him from taking down this area of repard space. Would like to see DauT get fletching, because I think his trebs are going to sit here. And that mangonel could maybe be awkward for him. Just maybe. But I feel like fletching is nice. Stalker, if you didn't follow what I said, I did my best. I don't think I can help you. So, call Age of Empires 2 tip line. Ask them to clarify for you. Double treb from DauT. This is really good, man. Oh, I wonder if repard is starting to sweat a little bit. It's not like he threw the previous game. It's not like he threw this game. It's just been 2 really good games that DauT has played to try and stabilize in the series. Gonna try Saracens. But in order to successfully play with rats and archers, you have castles. Which is why this castle is really important. Yeah, DauT's waiting with his monks. If there's ever a mangonel, he's gonna hop out. I think repard might be tempted. He's got 2 mangonels here. He's got Saracens. He's got Lycav. Oh god, they have so little range. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh. Oh god. Oh no. Oh. Pain. He is boxing out the monks from being able to get into the siege though. And he just wants the trebs here. Okay, he's gonna take one of them. Oh, Lycav pop out. Is he gonna take both of them? Oh, I mean, not both, like all of them. Oh my goodness! What? He takes 3 trebs. DauT is only 1 now. Okay, well, initially it wasn't so sure, but it absolutely fits the timing now, and that was impressive. DauT doesn't have any army besides the monks in this siege, right? And DauT's gonna lose more monks! I think. Yes, he is. And, like, if you're a repard, you're absolutely going to trade a mangonel. I guess it's 2, but still, you're going to trade that for a monk at this point. Now you have a trebuchet here. Now, Vietnamese do get bomber cannon. We haven't seen chemistry research from repard, so he's got to play this annoying game where he has to deal with everything right next to DauT's castles, which is not normally easy. But DauT's going to lose one? Could lose one. Shout out to this Lycav that's underneath the castle right now. Beast. Trebs need to be repaired. So much easier to fight from DauT's position. He's still got the monks, still got the trebs, still has the relics. The one being the aggressor. Bit of a worry for many of you rooting for DauT that he might have thrown this game, but it still feels like this position is so hard for repard to ever break. The thing about Saracens, it is weak. There's a lot of strengths with them, but it's their lack of range that's a problem. Look at the Mameluke from DauT. Big shots there. Pulls away the bombard cannons. Takes out the Mangonel. Takes out the pesky Lycav at the bottom of his castle. More shots from DauT there on that Treb. Repard still sticking with the same units, but it's all next to Castle Fire. It's all so awkward. And he is not ever going to be able to get to Elite Ratson Archer. And he's never going to be able to dislodge DauT from this position. DauT is going to take this to the 5th game, guys. What a series. And it looked so bad for DauT after game 2. I just thought Repard had his number. But, you know, DauT's been playing the game a long time. Needed a little bit of warm-up compared to these young kids. And, that's no disrespect to DauT. That's probably a reality. You know? At least it is for me. I'm 30 now, and I feel like I need to play like 2.5 games before I feel like I'm actually physically and where I want to be. Maybe it's just a personal thing, though. Bombard cannons and Trebs continue to rain down hell upon Repard's eco. Repard's trying to break through with a Treb, but DauT just notices it and re-walls it. And DauT's going to drop a forward castle. Can't stop this now. The Saracens have to do it all. They're going to be flats and archers. Flats and archers. Bam! And the GG should be called. Oh, my word. What a great game for DauT. And he's got Hussars now, too. Interesting units to go into. You don't get knights, right? So it's like, you don't want to go camels. Opponent's not making knights, and camels are more of a counter unit than anything. So, yeah, Hussar kind of makes sense. It is good stats. Gonna have good upgrades on it. Repard's gonna keep fighting, but he's just gonna continue to lose everything anywhere you look. Monk goes down. Army over here would have gone down, and DauT made 33 monks. 33 monks. You guys are saying he lost the castle. Did he? What happened? Did he kill his own castle foundation? Oh, I think he might have been attacking the barracks right after he built it. DauT castle. Okay. No, I didn't even pick up on it because I'm trying to look at the units. Does make sense. Yeah, DauT lost his own castle, but it's fine. He was Saracens. He would have just been able to buy it back. DauT played very well here. And again, like, whoever loses this does move on to the next stage in the group stage. Isn't a must-win elimination match, but still, I mean, isn't dead. But yeah, it feels like both these players, they're so close. Both of them could give, you know, whoever's in the winner's bracket waiting for them a really good run for their money. So let's see. Game number 5. It has already started. Wasting no time here today. What a classic matchup for game number 5. In the red, for Repard, who won the first 2 games. He's playing amazing. He's playing as the Franks. And then DauT has saved the Britons for last. Oh, man, a classic Age of Empires 2. Yeah, a classic matchup in general, I think. And I'm really excited for it. I think Britons are better here. I'm just going to say it right out the gate. I think Britons are stronger. You have the cheaper TCs. It's huge for their economy. A combination of Halberdier and Arbalest is just really tough for the Franks to stop. Because Franks don't really have an answer to strong range units in place as far as their units go. For Franks, it's typically cheap castles to control the map and lots of paladins, which is a little bit one-sided. However, the Frankish eco feels very smooth as well. Like I said, the castles can allow them to control the map. Wondering if Repard feels like he has to be aggressive here. Now, we had a couple games in the earlier series where players just boomed, so they didn't contest for relics at all. And I honestly feel as though, because the TCs are so cheap, just simply going for 3 additional TCs in Castle Age and giving up map control with Britons is completely fine. I've seen it before in other tournaments. No other civilization could just drop those TCs and boom like Britons. Even good eco civs. So easy for the Britons to do. maybe DauT will do that. Because sometimes you get caught in the trap where you're trying to play map control with a slower civ against Franks, which are quite fast. And then, you know, you don't end up getting the relics. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, why didn't I just play towards my... 90 needs to switch the colors. What colors do I need? Have they not been red and blue this whole time? I'm pretty sure they've been red and blue this whole time, right? Yeah, repard's always been red. What's going on? I think we're good. 9 villagers start. So, 9 villagers start obviously change certain aspects of the game, but it really is just sped it up, basically. It doesn't seem much, at least on the closed map here. Oh, the Britons need to be red and the French blue. Oh, I see. Oh, ruined! Why'd you point it out? Ah, I see what you mean. I was thinking about the series. My immersion's completely ruined. That's fair, but I'm not going to change it because they have been these colors the entire series, and I think it's probably poor taste to change the colors at this point. Also, I think another key thing about it would be I would forget, so I'd be introducing the players as the wrong players, so can't trust myself to deal with that. I think DauT will fight for map control. Because if you don't fight for map control, then they can just go Siege Knight on you or something and kind of catch you off guard. But I think something that is important is you need the TC on the stone. Like, one of those TCs needs to be either on or directly next to the stone. So when you need action, you can just quickly switch villagers over to stone. Or you could just build up towards stone later on if you don't necessarily need it. Yes, my mic is recovering from a little swim. I hope it's not too bad, but I did spill water on my mixer earlier, and so there's been issues since. I also have a lot of airflow coming in towards the mic. Was never an issue before. So I'm aware, all right? I appreciate you guys bringing it up because I do kind of want to know if there's ever issues, but I really can't solve anything right now, and it's just paranoid. So it just seems like, from what I'm hearing, it just cuts out from time to time. Let's see if it cuts out here. Our base is an idiot. Oh dang! It didn't cut out. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it. That was mean. I didn't know he was here. Okay. Wow, gold's very forward. God, this position against Britons is... Oh, it did cut out there? Really? Oh, okay. Well, I can't do anything about it, so I'm sorry. I can't make any adjustments to it. So we just got to deal with it. If you can hear me 75% of the time, that's where we're at. Because the alternative is I leave here in Game 5, which is... Wait... So you just heard idiot? No. You heard what I said. Okay. You heard our base is a... Okay, but you didn't hear... That's funny. It's all good, our base. I make the joke because I know you can take it. Stable on the back of his base. Kind of interesting. You do have kind of speedy units. So... And normally that's on the front. But this is the standard approach of adding scouts for map control. Nothing crazy. And DauT has not shown any signs of going for map control. He's gone Blacksmith Market. No barracks. I doubt he'll add a monastery, and I think this will be immediate. And I like the decision. It's a good move here. And now DauT's going to add a barracks. Ay. Okay. Not bad. Adding some spearmen onto the map's not bad. But again, it does slow you down from getting the TC. Listen, here's my logic. The Franks are not a civilization that does a good job when relying on only the relics for gold income anyways, right? You can't make paladins consistently on 5 relics. You just can't. What you can make paladins consistently with is the extra golds, like the golds in front of your base, etc., right? The spearmen you're making now, that's map control for relics. that is not going to help you with really locking down these areas long term. Going to help you with locking down these areas long term is going to be multiple town centers, which only you could do as cheaply as the Brit. That's my logic. Now, I remember games in Titans League where MBL just went straight boom and it looked really good. I remember like a game where Leary just went straight boom with Britons and it went good. I think there are exceptions, with the matchups, like Britons against a civilization which is maybe more suited for pressure. Then maybe think, okay, I need to have that map control. But let's see. Again, I'm a very opinionated person. I'm sure you guys know that already. Monastery is going to be up for DauT. Second TC DauT down here. And we're going to have the scouts out and about for repard. Kills the first spearman with his scouts. Again, Frank's scouts do have more HP. And we also have have upgrade on the way. Track record has not been good for DauT's monks, but in the previous game, he just made a lot of them. Little surprise repard takes that fight, but he does take the fight, and now he's into DauT's base, and made life so much more difficult for yourself. Oh, it brings me pain, people. I don't know if my mic is cut out, but if it's working now, I'll just bleep myself. Ay. Now you're playing Arabia and you've got a quick wall a little bit, and Repard's going to be pretty happy with this. Anyways, villagers haven't gone down. DauT still drops his third TC. A little bit scattered for him, but he's making it happen. He definitely can't get relics, but one more light cav needs to be out here from Repard to make sure DauT doesn't kill those monks, and that's huge for DauT now. If this scout can find the monks from Repard, then that could make him feel better about this situation. Because actually, DauT could kind of go out and get relics right now, because the light cav are running all over creation. But look at DauT's TC idle time, right? He doesn't have the farm eco for these TCs yet because he's been so focused on all of this. We're going to see both players lose monks to the scouts. Good work from both. But Repard now knows, okay, I've got to deal with this scout, and DauT doesn't have any more scouts, right? That's the key here. So if DauT tries to bring this home, Repard's going to meet this light cav here. He sees the monk, and now he just says, well, let me just try and kill that. And good work from DauT, actually. Adding more spearmen. Has more villagers. Repard still doesn't have the second TC. And Repard's on stone? And we see a little whoop-de-loop. Could be a conversion, but that's going to be a dead monk. Again, great play from Repard, but two completely different strategies. Repard realizing he needs crazy pressure. Oh man, this is pretty interesting. Still only one relic for Repard. You could get more, but it's not easy to micro everything at the same time. Light cav on the left side, doing their thing. Scout for DauT needs to be probably healed up before you run out there, but maybe not. I don't know. That light cav has been so annoying. If you're watching later on YouTube, let me know if you'd be tilted by this light cav, because I think I would be pretty frustrated by it. Great work from Repard. Behind in villagers, though. He's probably going to bring forward villagers soon to drop a castle. Really aggressive. But he knows where DauT's stone is. If he could deny DauT's stone, what do Britons do if they can't make a castle and make trebuchet? That with 3 spearmen, enough to take an engagement against 4 light cav. And there's the castle spot. So going to deny some gold. Oh, man. Boom coming in. Villagers on the way over. I don't think DauT's expecting this. It'll be relic 3 for Repard. Or excuse me, 4. He just dropped off the 3rd when I said that. And here come the Vills. DauT is assuming there's town centers for Repard at home. Is not expecting this to be a fast imp push. Engagement could be good for DauT. The extra HP on the Franks, though, helping. Castle's on the way up. And DauT cannot stop that castle. What army do you make? For both of them, right? For repard, you make trebs and probably cav, but you can't make a ton of cav because cav costs a lot of resources. For DauT, you buy a castle? Make like archers, I guess? DauT, you don't want to lose a monk here. Well, he's going to try and delay the castle, but Imp's already on the way. He converts a Vil. He'll trade it for a monk. Hopefully the monk doesn't open the gate. Oh. DauT deletes the Vil. Repard tried to convert it back. It's funny. DauT's got incredible economy, but he doesn't have easy access to stuff. Could try and sneak out over here. Repard, I would love to see an outpost on this side. Repard breaks through now, so he can raid DauT and make DauT's life more difficult. DauT doesn't have a spearman anymore. Repard could even have another castle. DauT, when you click Imp, do not click Imp in the main TC. Not the main TC, DauT. You're stressed right now. He doesn't have his building. But he does have his building. He's getting Loom there. He's going Imp back here. Good thinking. It's on the stone, guys. Repard could see it. There's a hole. DauT's on the stone. Like Cav are kind of weak. Don't want to allow that. If you're Repard, Repard's going to back away. And I think these villagers are going to build another castle. Oh, but I would want to deny the stone if I were him. But I guess you kind of are. You kind of are. This is intense moments here. In game number 5. He's pretty much going to have trebs. Trebs and castles. If DauT would escape to this stone, maybe there's a chance that Repard doesn't see it. Maybe make an axeman so DauT can't take that stone. DauT's dropping archer ranges. It's going to take him some time. DauT has 27 more villagers, but will that last if this game continues like this? First treb's on the way. Now, don't ever suggest to anyone in this type of 1 TC situation that they add the second TC. Don't want to do it. Even that's too expensive. Committed towards the push. Continue to commit towards the push. Make sure it's all in. Make sure it's aggressive. I think, you know, DauT's going to somehow have to lock some of this area down. Look how Repard's just converting DauT's villagers when he gets the chance. That's his ranged unit I was asking for. This is DauT's Imp TC. He will make it to Imp. We have the second Treb on the way from the forward castle for Repard. He just has to make sure his light cav are finding value. Remember, they don't have many upgrades. And he doesn't have tons of gold. Getting his first armor upgrade right now. If DauT could realistically make enough archers to kill knights, because the knights aren't in that big a mass, and because the knights don't have many upgrades. But DauT doesn't have the time. He doesn't even have crossbowmen. Not going to be able to afford bracer. Villagers are super exposed. It's just not an easy situation to be in. Kind of interesting is DauT is currently, as he's losing his town centers, he's using this market a lot. I wonder if trebbing down the market is something Repard tries here. Even the blacksmith is kind of exposed, right? Both players using the market. DauT's now stuck back here. Gold is really exposed. He is getting bracer, right? Like, he has ballistics. His army can stop whatever Repard has. Repard can't move forward much more. This looks comical to see archers. So I think maybe in these moments, if you're Repard, you just, you know, keep trebbing down all the houses. You try and avoid the crossbows and just don't want to waste army here. It's gonna go this way, which is kind of funny, man. We have Castle Age armor now coming in and a bombard cannon there from Repard, but not against Britons, man. Not against Britons. Be careful. Britons still have the range. DauT trying to use the range. I think even fletching on the castle could be important. DauT. Ray Micro, he takes the bombard cannon. He's holding. And meanwhile, he's still holding to the gold. And DauT's going to escape. And he could maybe take this stone. Oh, that would be so good. Not a fun spot to be in if you're DauT. Does he see the stone? Does he notice it? Or is it just for some breathing room? I think what you want if you're repard... I mean, losing the bomber cannon was horrible. No, you don't engage here. Not before... No, not before your upgrades. You need to have the final armor. You need to have more knights. But you also kind of need to push. It's looking more and more difficult for repard. Look at DauT go. Repard, you have to let this happen, my friends. You can't try and stop this right now. I think you're gonna waste your army. It's too expensive for you on 15 farms. And he is going directly for that stone. Now, repard's gonna try and do stuff here, but look at how DauT is just able to sit around the castles. It's like the castles don't even matter to him anymore. And the Trebs can't hit anything crucial. DauT is completely fine. I don't think 5 units is enough. I know with imp armor and a little bit of micro could be nice. Tango shot. Oh, that was so needed for repard. That is super helpful for him. Okay, so that's good. Here he's lost a bunch of ills, though. He's still behind by 50. DauT has 18 army. DauT doesn't have a real answer to Trebs, which is kind of fun. Don't lose your bombard cannon here, repard. Maybe get a shot. Boom, lands it. Okay, units coming in. No attack upgrades. DauT's about to lose the TC. I would use the Trebs against the ARBs right now. He's kind of doing it here. It's actually really good. DauT doesn't have an answer to it. DauT kind of falling off again. Repard's imp armor has really made a difference. And repard's still in this game. He's got 4 relics, not 5. Killing villagers. Repairing his Treb. The Trebs are MVPs at the moment against the army. But you got to back away with your cab again here, I think, if you're repard. Also think the fletching upgrade would be really valuable. But man, he's so all in. He has so little economy. That knight, his rally point is set forward, so that knight will get picked off. This is an epic game, guys. Repard taking DauT to the limit. Back away and heal up these knights here, repard. And DauT's gonna castle repard. I think if you're ever trying to go for skirms with Franks, you can tell something's gone wrong. And oh man, that bombard cannon. And the bombard cannons really haven't worked out, but that is on 1 HP for the time being. Oh man, yeah, elite skirms. Like Franks have, I think they're tied for the worst elite skirms in the game, or they do have the worst elite skirms. Don't kill your own knights. You need those knights. So try and advance forward with the units if you can. But DauT, he's got too much pressure on the other side. Repard doesn't notice it. He does now. DauT does not have a Treb coming out of this yet. We haven't seen a Trebuchet from DauT this game. But just think of the resources. Even just the upgrades. Even though you have really crappy upgrades with Franks, you're spending resources on 4 skirmishers just simply to upgrade them that could be on more knights. But maybe you have to. Like, maybe you do, because DauT has help. I understand the thought process. This is a big issue, so repard has to come home now. Skirms going to pay off, because I said they would be a poor choice, and they're working wonderfully. That's normally how this game works. The Trebs from repard coming this way. DauT's army is trying to catch up with the rest of this. And remember, he doesn't have a lot of stone. So he can't repair this forever. But this army needs to somehow make it. This game is awesome. This game is sick. Now we'll have exposed villagers here. And his eco's still real exposed as well. He's running out of gold there. Remember, he doesn't have any of those golds next to those castles from repard. And DauT's castle will fall. Now, repard, run with the Trebs. Run with the Trebs. Sorry, I'm like jumping. Get out of here. You can't fight this. Get out of here. Run. Run. Ah! Leave. Leave quickly. Back to the castles we go. Now, on the topic of upgrades, it's not like DauT has really been able to afford a lot of upgrades either. That's something I should bring up. It's just one of those types of games. But Cannon's an expensive loss. DauT will take this fight, and repard will as well, and this is a great fight for DauT. You're not going to replace those knights anytime soon on this economy. But, you know, DauT's still kind of losing the fight, you could say, and still up against skirms, and the Trebs could come back. But DauT just keeps coming out with more. And because the skirms lack the range and attack, and because they lack the armor, DauT could just pick them apart. Picking them off, one by one. 150 pop for DauT, who lost what seems like the majority of his base, and he's now out of space. But he is going to win this game. He still has access to gold. Still has access to stone. There's nothing that repard can do at this point to win the game. What a game. What a series. I'm so bummed for repard because he played so good. But an epic turnaround there from DauT. That was an amazing series. It felt like when repard won, he just completely outplayed DauT. He out-strategized DauT. And then when DauT won, it wasn't necessarily complete, but it was just minor adjustments here or there, certain moments in the game. And like in this particular game, things went very wrong for DauT initially, but I think the power of the Britons and the cheap TCs and his ability to stay calm in these moments was the key, right? Because how many people are going to be calm when you've got 2 castles in trip? So, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game. Again, repard is in the right situation to call the GG here. He's got no way to fight this back and no way to truly pressure DauT anymore. I think maybe I like the all-in. I did. It was a really good attempt. Maybe the alternative is to just go late game and try straight Paladin. Really do prefer Britons in the match. Took some guts from DauT as well to save Britons for game. Because you almost always feel like Britons are going to be a win. But he didn't use it when he was down 2 games just for a confidence boost. He said, nope, I want to win the series. I win one more game with Britons in game 3 and then lose one of the other games in the series. That's all that matters to me. I want to win the series. Save Britons. I think we really saw how expensive knights are in that game. Because repard had so much momentum, but he just had so little with it. Right? Like, really showed why you need so much economy. And that's not the case with archers, right? Like, once you get your upgrades, and obviously DauT did have a lot more economy, right? But like, once you get your upgrades, it's a lot easier to just slap a bunch of villagers on the wood and gold. And then you can produce very quickly with the Britain archery. So, great game. I had a good time. Hopefully my mic held up. Sorry for this series. And potentially more sets eventually on YouTube that my mic was a bit weird. Again, I spilled water on it. Kind of embarrassing, but I'll hopefully get it addressed at some point in the future. And hopefully it was still good viewing experience.